Okay, I thought today we'd make a fraction wall, but because there's a rainbow challenge going on, we're going to make it, instead of my colour coding, we're going to go rainbow colour coding. So all you need is some coloured paper, a pen, a ruler, and a sheet of A4. So our sheet of A4, we're going to start at the top. I'm going to work our way down. So the top one is a hole. Obviously starting with rainbow colours might have to be slightly adapted due to the, well, I need 10 colours, not 7. I'm going to glue this along the top. Okay. So nice and neatly glue that down. I'm going to write on it one hole. Okay. First one down, 9 to go. Second one. Hopefully I've got an orange. I do have an orange. Now, second one down is a half. So if we want to split this into two, we can literally take our piece of paper and fold it in half. Easy way to measure out half our piece of paper. And that's the whole point of this fraction wall. It's not just about sticking and gluing and making it look really pretty. It's about actually realising the relationship between the fractions and how many times you can fold or how many times you can split your straight line of equidistant. So we're just going to draw a straight line down the fold to show our half. We've got 1 half. So the fraction is 1/2. Okay. Once these are all done, really nice idea to get it all nice and laminated. So then it will be durable and you can use it for the next few weeks to do your schoolwork. The next one, so we're looking for a yellow. Perfect piece of yellow. And now we want to split it into 3. Okay, you can fold things into thirds. Personally, I'm not very good at that, so I'm going to get my ruler and I'm going to measure along. And it is 21 centimetres, which is the width of A4. 21 divided by 3 is 7. So if I just bring this down a little bit, you might want to use a pencil for this. But we're going to measure along 7 centimetres. 7, add 7 gives you 14, otherwise known as 7 times 2. So we've got our 2 measurements there. We can just draw our little lines on. Doesn't matter that we haven't folded it, because it's all going to get stuck onto the same piece of paper anyway, so the folds over time will disappear. Okay, and glue that down. So that was 1/3. Otherwise known as 1/3, 1/3. And now we can instantly start using this to compare. Well, I now know that 1/3 is less than a half. Okay. Next one. So we're on quarters. We're on green for Roy Gabiv. For quarters, we want to split this into 4. You could use the ruler, measure it all out, or you can do the same idea as what we did with a half. We can fold it in half and in half again. Okay, so it's nice and neatly folded. When you unfold it, just need to get our black pen, go down the lines. Also, useful tip if you are going to laminate this, don't use pencil. Pencil does not laminate, so make sure that your writing on your sections is done in pen. I learnt that the hard way at work. So get that glued down. And so we've now got 1/4. Which is 1/4. And hopefully your children might be starting to notice that the number on the bottom, the denominator, is equal to the number of parts we've split each line into. Okay. Next one, we're going to have to go for an indigo. Starting to struggle a bit for colours, so I'm going to go pink. Especially as my purple's even dodgier. No, we want blue first, don't we? Roy Gabib. I've missed out a B. That's what happens when you don't practice these things. So, we're now splitting it into fifths. Again, I'm going to measure it. Splitting something into 5 is not easy with folding. So we had 21 centimetres before. So we're now going to do 21 divided by 5. Bring in the calculator. It's always good to practice those calculator skills. So 4.2. Again, it's a great measuring task this, because now we're going to have to measure 4.2 centimetres along our line. So 4.2 is there. And move the ruler along. Another 4.2 is there. Move the ruler along. Another 4.2 is there. And move the ruler along. Hopefully we've got 8.4, which we do. So we've got 4.2, which is half of that. Now we're just going to quickly draw down our lines. We will glue this down and then write on our fifths. Again, noticing that fifths are smaller than quarters. So nice and neat. Keep just sliding them up so they all join, so you can see them all nice and neat, kept together there. Get rid of the calculator. Zoom out a bit now that we're working down that page. We're filling it up. We've got 1 over 5 over 5. Okay, so we have now got Roy Gabib, or Gabi. I'm going to go for indigo and violet. I'm definitely running out of colour options here, so we're going to go indigo and violet. Not the most violet of violet, I know. Feel free to moan at me in the comments, but it's all I've got. We are now on sixths. So sixth, we've got 2 lots of a third. So we can split our little diagram in half. And then we need to split this into 3. Easiest way to split into 3s, measure it. We've got 10.5 centimetres. So if we do 10.5 divided by 3, that gets us 3.5. So we know we're going to go 3.5, no, 3.5, add 3.5 gets me to 7. Okay, so I've got on here my lovely little lines. Then need to replicate that over. So a little tip here, just put you flip your little side over, just keep it up a little bit and you can see where the line is. We're not looking for 100% accuracy, although we do want it to be neat and organised. So it doesn't overly matter. It's not perfect, never will do. We're not perfectionists, we're mathematicians. So there we go, we've now got our strip split into 6, which we're going to stick down and then write on. As you can see, it's quite a quick task, but what you get out of it is so many different skills. Okay, we are comparing fractions as we're going down. We're thinking about how we can split our bars. We're practicing measuring with a ruler, using a calculator. If your children are slightly older, you might not want to use a calculator. We're also making a beautiful rainbow fraction wall. There we go, our 6 are in place. Finally on the rainbow colours, and then I'm going to have to find some other ones. We're going to do 7ths. So we had 21 as our length across. Hopefully you'd all be screaming at me saying, well, 21 divided by 7 is 3. In which case we need to measure along at every 3 centimetres to line. So I've gone 3, 6, 9, 12. Again, hopefully your kids are screaming at you, telling you their times tables, showing they know them. And then we can put our vertical lines in. All very neat. I'm choosing to use quite a thick felt tip. Just makes it all easier to see. It's gone a bit smudged at the bottom there. Not the biggest issue in the world right now. Okay, so 1/7. This is where you get a problem, where the boxes get smaller and the words get longer. 8th, 9th and 10th aren't so bad, but 7th is quite a long word to get in a small box. Oh, just get in there. It's like I've done this before. Which I have, because I use this a lot of the time to get my students thinking about fractions, and then we use it to compare when we're adding fractions. If I know I'm adding a 7th and a 6th, well, they can't really be added, they're different amounts. So we'd have to think of another way around adding them. Next bar along, I'll try and choose non-rainbow colours, but I don't seem to have any. So we will go for a bright yellow, or should we flip background and use a pink? I'm literally running out of colours here, unfortunately. Yeah, we'll go for shades of pink for now, last few, I think. So 8ths, again, we can use the same technique we used for quarters, same techniques we used for half. An 8th, we can fold it once, twice. Remember, that got us our quarters. It was the same amount. So now we want half of a quarter, which is an 8th. Okay. So now our folds are nice and evenly at 8ths. Sometimes easier to go down the folds without a ruler. Not that I'm advocating students not using rulers, because as a teacher, it's one of my biggest bugbears when students don't use a ruler. But it is sometimes slightly easier. Not in maths exams though, or your homework. Okay, oh, got too much glue there. Stick that down. So I've got 1/8, 1/8, 1/8, 1/8, 1/8, all the way along. Happy with that? 2 more to go, so it's going to have to be a pale pastel yellow and green, just to show the green grass underneath the rainbow. I don't think that, make up your own logic with that one. 9th, again, we're going to have to use our calculator to bring that back in. Just get rid of the ruler for now. 21 divided by 9, 2.3. So, not nicest of numbers, we'll deal with it. Just keep sliding that up. Any squeaking in the background is little guinea pigs that have just woken up. Sorry. So 2.3, 2.3, and practicing those really fine measuring skills where we're measuring actually down to millimetres. 2.3, 2.3, 2.3, 2.3, 2.3, and 2.3. Okay, so let's get those straight lines into place. Neat, there we go. Let that one glue down. One more to go. These are the harder ones at the bottom. And the final one, which is going to be a 10th. Again, we're going to think about the way we split this. So splitting this into 10 parts is going to be challenging. However, if we fold it in half, we now have to split this part into fifths. This part here should be just over 10 centimetres, yeah. 10.4, 10.4. So 10.4 divided by 5 gives us 2.08, so about every 2 centimetres. Which makes sense, really. So 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10. It's going to be a teeny bit bigger because I haven't done that overly accurately. It's tenths, they're tiny. Oops. Hopefully your lovely youngsters won't be starting to rush quite as much as I am. I'm just well aware that you're probably wanting to get on with this instead of watching me draw lines. There we go. And we'll stick that down. My green grass at the bottom. Perfect. So there we have, zoom out just a little bit, the whole fraction wall, which I will upload a photo of. You can see the whole thing nice and complete, ready for you to use as a teaching resource.